Secretary Kennedy, again, a yes or no question. Have you ever treated bacterial meningitis?
No.
Well, I have. These babies are so sick. They come into the ER with high fevers, they are floppy, and we have to figure out why. Do you know how we figure out if a baby has meningitis?
Excuse me?
Do you know how we figure out if a baby has spinal meningitis?
How many babies?
So I just want to be clear, this wasn't some gotcha question. This wasn't like an unfair springing upon RFK Jr. question that he should know even though he's not a doctor. This is very basic fundamental knowledge if you claim to be someone who wants to make medical decisions about vaccines. Because she's talking about a vaccine-preventable illness and she's talking about how these children present and the gold standard way of diagnosing this illness. It is not some esoteric question that he should be exempt from knowing the answer to. The issue is he does not understand vaccines. He does not understand the science of vaccine-preventable illnesses. He does not understand the science of basic medical diagnoses. But here's the real kicker and what's so concerning. It's the psychology of what people do when they don't understand something. A lot of times people don't just say, I don't know, and maybe I should educate myself, maybe I should really try to understand this complex topic. No, their brains want to fill in the gaps, and they often fill in the gaps with conspiracy theories. This is a well-documented psychological phenomenon. When we are faced with really complex topics, and these exist in science and medicine, things like vaccines or bacterial meningitis or epidemiology and public health, and we lack the training or education to understand them, our brains crave coherence. They want something that's really complicated and difficult to understand and requires a lot of training and education to understand to just be simple. That's when people like RFK Jr., who know nothing about immunology or infectious disease from a very technical scientific standpoint, start connecting imaginary dots. In a certain sense, you can't really blame a human for doing this. Humans have been doing this for, our entire existence. It feels good, it feels satisfying, even empowering to feel like you discovered a hidden truth. In this case, for him, in his mind and in the minds of many of the people who follow him, it's that vaccines are causing problems and that vaccines exist because of corruption, not because there's good scientific data that actually supports their use. All you've done in this case is to replace complexity with comfort. That is not real. That's not accurate. Confusion is not a sign of weakness. Admitting you don't understand something, even if it's not complex, admitting that you don't understand something is never a sign of weakness. Pretending to be an expert, masquerading as an expert when you don't understand the basics, the fundamentals, that's dangerous.
Secretary Kennedy, again, a yes or no question. Have you ever treated bacterial meningitis?
No.
Well, I have. These babies are so